Hello everyone. Today's case is an urgent one because it involves an Indigenous woman who has been missing for over a month now. I actually came across this case while I was walking to work because the family has come to Toronto and posted missing persons flyers all over the city. And when I seen her missing persons flyer, I started reading it and I knew I wanted to do my part to help spread the word on her case. So today we're going to be talking about the disappearance of Autumn Shaganash. On June 9th of 2023, 26-year-old Autumn Shaganash would last be seen leaving her home, which was the same home that she lived in with her sister Lily Moore in Barrie's Allendale neighborhood. And Barrie is a city located about an hour north of Toronto with a population of around 153,000 people. That night, Autumn ended up telling Lily that she was going to go see a friend and that she would be back later. Now, surveillance would show Autumn leaving her home, passing a nearby convenience store, and crossing the street to meet someone.
After 9 o'clock. Minutes later, she can be seen on surveillance video passing a nearby convenience store, crossing the street to meet someone.
Around 11 p.m. that night, Autumn ended up texting Lily again, saying that she was going to be staying out later than she thought and she would be back home in the morning. But Autumn never returned home. At 9:30 a.m. the next morning, Lily would receive a text message from her sister Autumn saying she wanted to be picked up. However, 3 minutes later, when Lily ended up responding, her message would not deliver, meaning that Autumn's phone most likely either died or lost signal or was turned off. And at this point, Lily was confused because Autumn hadn't told her where to go pick her up, which location she was at, so she was kind of stumped. And at first, it didn't really seem like that big of a deal. It seemed that Autumn's phone might have died and she'd eventually charge it and give back to her sister on where she needed to be picked up. However, Autumn would never message anyone again. And it wouldn't be until a few days later on June 12th that Autumn would officially be reported missing and an investigation would start, which is honestly some crucial time that was lost in the investigation because the first 48 hours, as we know, are the most crucial. And those 48 hours were lost because no one really knew that Autumn was officially missing. However, right away, police and the family, it seems like, have jumped to the conclusion that Autumn might have been taken into human trafficking. Police would end up pinging Autumn's phone, and her last location seemed to be in the area of Sunnydale. Several searches would end up occurring, including Sunnydale Park in the downtown Barrie area, but it's as if Autumn vanished into thin air. They can't find anything, including Autumn herself. Her mother's saying, and I quote, "We know her, she's not doing it willingly. Is she being held against her will, not able to contact us," end quote. Autumn's sister saying, and I quote, "I'm numb, I can't even cry anymore. My mom is dealing with it in her own way while I'm missing my sister. I can't imagine what it's like to be missing a daughter like she is," end quote.
It's been downright agonizing for the family of Autumn Shaganash. She left the family home on June 9th and was last heard from on June 10th. Since then, it's been radio silence, and that's left her loved ones feeling fearful for her safety.
We hope that she's safe right now and she makes it home to us, because we don't know what we're gonna do if she doesn't make it home, you know?
It's a thought they simply can't bear.
Autumn is one of the sweetest people. She's the funniest people you're ever gonna meet. And yeah, we need her home pretty much.
She's never gone a day without texting me when she leaves.
Now, allegedly there's been these sightings of Autumn in and around Toronto, but her family has said that there's no actual proof of these sightings. The family also came all the way to Toronto, and I think they spent about a week here canvassing the area, putting up flyers, and trying to search leads to find Autumn, but they came up empty-handed. To this day, Autumn's phone has been turned off. There is no signal from it. She has not updated any of her social medias. She has not contacted anyone. None of that is a good sign. Now, despite how ominous all of this sounds, there actually is a sort of lead with Autumn. According to Autumn's family, the last person she was known to be with is not a good person. Now, this person's name, face, photo, none of it has been released, so we don't know who this person is, but he allegedly has been interviewed a few times. And according to the family, and I quote, "He is not a good person. He has a criminal background. He does drugs, and we don't really even know him," end quote. Now, it's said that Autumn met this man at a Barrie Native Friendship Center program she regularly attended, but it seems that none of her family have really had much contact with this person. It's not someone that she's known for a long time and has an established relationship with. And new footage would actually eventually come out of Autumn on the day of her disappearance. Now, I couldn't find this footage. I just seen it written in articles about this footage, and it said that at 10 a.m. the day Autumn went missing, she was seen walking with this mystery man that we've just been talking about. And if she was seen walking with him at 10 a.m., that would be about 15 minutes after her phone was turned off, which is not good. The family also eventually was able to get into Autumn's phone along with her laptop, and I'm gonna play with you some video of them talking about what they discovered.
But it's been 9 days since anyone has heard from her. Since her disappearance, her family was able to gain access to her laptop and came across her social media exchanges.
She was messaging someone early Saturday morning saying that she was at this address. She didn't give a house number or anything, but she gave a street name. Yeah. And around the same time, she did text me to come pick her up.
But by the time Lillianne Moore responded, she says her sister's phone had been shut off. They also came across a couple of short videos she had saved on Snapchat.
We have a snap of her with another person at a house, unknown location.
Chris Williams is a private investigator providing support to the family. He says right now one early working theory is human trafficking.
One of the main areas that I would ask is our friends and partners in the hospitality industry take a good look at her picture, share it with your colleagues, share it with your guest staff.
We spoke to Barrie police who are investigating Shaganash's case.
Every aspect of this case is being closely examined, and regrettably, human trafficking is an element that does concern us. We know how dangerous that is, and we know how difficult it is for victims to escape the confines of a controlling individual.
So clearly something bad happened here, in my opinion. Something bad is just going on in general here. And Autumn going missing with this man is what led her family and authorities to look into the theory of human trafficking. This is because an indicator of human trafficking is someone having a new partner no family members have ever met, receiving new gifts, or becoming more isolated from family and friends, or secretive about online activities. And this mystery man could fit that description, considering she met him more recently and no one really knows him, and then she just went missing and he's the last person to have seen her. Very sketchy. And in my opinion, if he was the last person to have been with Autumn, that gives me really bad vibes, and I do think he most likely allegedly will know what happened to her or where she is, because it doesn't seem at this point in time he has been cleared. Nothing has been announced that he's been cleared. You think police would have just come out and say, yeah, he has nothing to do with it if they did clear him. I'd also really like to know what this man's criminal history is like. I'm really curious what kind of charges he has. Do they have to do with solicitation or prostitution? Because if so, those are major red flags. But right now, this is all the information we have on Autumn's disappearance, and it leaves me with a lot of questions. But what I'm really hoping is that Autumn's case does not go cold and she can be brought home safely. And the number one thing we can all do right now is to continue to share Autumn's story, share her photos, share her missing persons flyers, in hopes that it will jog someone's memory. So take a look at Autumn here, and just in case you live in the Greater Toronto area, you may be able to spot her. Autumn was last seen wearing a black hoodie, shorts, slip-on Puma sandals, and a black or tan purse. She is 5'3", 130 pounds, and of Indigenous descent. She is described as funny. She likes to spend time with her family and friends and enjoyed going for walks. If you see Autumn or have any information regarding her disappearance, please contact the Barrie Police Department. I'll have their information linked down below. At this point, it's been about a month since Autumn's disappearance, so she could be anywhere. So again, please keep an eye out. Share this video, share any other links, posters, photos, anything that you can out there on your social media, or let your friends and family know, and let's do our part to help bring Autumn home. I want to know how you all feel about this case. If you have any other information that I haven't found on this case, let's chat about it down below. And as always, if you're not subscribed, I definitely recommend you hit that subscribe button. It allows me to continue to create content like this and help spread the word on cases like this that need to be spread farther. If you have any other cases you want me to cover, let me know down below, and I hope you all stay safe out there. Lock your windows and doors, and I will see you in the next video.